Okay, today I will talk about my mind focusing machine design. It's a concept, but I experienced this machine and it works fine. I noticed scientists trying to just using electric shocks or drugs, to focus mind. No, none of them using sound to focus mind. So I thought I put out my design out so somebody might be able to make this machine. Okay, it's a simple machine. It's a simple machine. I called it mind focusing sphere. What it is, basically it's a round football shape chamber and the sphere, and it has speakers. These are speakers all over its wall facing inside, probably between 300 to 500 speakers. And the size of the sphere is my guess is say about 14 feet in diameter, because average like a human size length is about 6 feet. So we want the distance from the side to the center is about 7 feet, because the leg, then a patient's leg will become 6 feet, will come up to here, and the head will be here. Okay, the way the design goes, basically in the there will be speakers, as I mentioned, small, like probably an inch size speaker, like tweeters, like all over the walls, so we can have the full 360-degree spectrum in all sides. This chamber will be totally quiet, dark, and there will be no other sound other than the sound, and the speakers will make basically a ticking sound, like a clock tick, or a when wood expands and contracts in winter, that kind of sound. And the sound will be controlled from this computer outside the speaker sphere, and that will generate in the beginning random sounds, each one sound from each one speaker at a time. And in the beginning, the speakers on the upper half side of the sphere, probably like 15 degrees eye length from the patient. This is a patient, and the patient will be strapped too, so he won't fall off, because this part will be hollow too, this space. And the computer will generate random noises, one noise at a time in the beginning, say probably first 10 minutes of the test, or its calibration for the brain of the patient. Each speaker, when it sounds up, it will give a red LED light at the same time, duration of the sound. So the patient, is paying attention. He or she will have a push button, wireless push button thing. So when he hears the noise and sees the light, say he sees the light over here and the sounds over here, so he push the button. Sees the sound over here and the light over here, pushes the button. But he won't be able to see the sound and light over here. The sound, he will be able to hear the sound, but won't be able to see the light. So there's no need for having sound lights on this side. And basically, the way human focus works is, to my understanding, it's basically a stack pointer. In computer program architecture, whoever studied computer architecture, they already know what is a stack pointer. And so we get information, mind, we get information through skin, and from hearing, auditory, and visual. So this machine will be adjusting or calibrating the focus through audit visual in the beginning and basically through auditory. So it's a it's a passive system, and there's no side effects from this machine. And this one is a door. Basically this is a slide bed and a sliding bed. The beds we see in the morgue drawer, it's kind of like that. So the bed will come out, patient will sit over here, and somebody automatically will push a button here, and then the patient will slide into here. And the center of the sphere where the patient's head will be located. So in the as I tell you in the beginning, there will be passive, like there will be sound and random sound and lights in the top half part, and then it will generate other like each taking noise from the other speakers, and that will be controlled from the computer program. And the way I came up with the design idea is I live in Canada, and winter here it gets very cold, minus 56 centigrade. And I was living in an old house, wooden house, plywood house, and in the winter time when it gets very cold and heater is on in the inside, you can hear like different ticking noise in all over from the different parts of the room. It's that noise is from the wood expanding and contracting, and I listened that, experienced that in 2008, and this is 2008 winter, and this is right now 2014 winter. I haven't seen anyone else coming out with any design or anything, and so like this. So I thought, why not I share it with others. Okay, and there will be and the other this part of the design, there will be a like a camera, like infrared camera, and so there will be a technician or a monitor who can monitor if the patient is still doing okay, and the patient can have a two-way, there can be a speaker and can like talk with speaker and mic and talk with the technician if anything needed. Okay, I think that's everything in this machine. It's a very simple machine, and to design this machine basically needed probably 2 hardware engineers, one good computer programmer, software programmer, and probably 4 or 5 neuroscientists, to get for consultation. And the computer program can decide in the later on on the calibration, computer program can decide precisely which speaker to turn on and what length of noise to make to focus the brain, focus the mind to a center point, and if the focusing is working. And testing, you can probably put it in a MRI machine and then see which part of the brain is if the brain is focusing or not. And what else? This is basically ground. So this distance is about 14 feet and about between 300 to 500 speakers, and probably best result you can get, calibration result you can get, if we can put 1 degree increment from the horizon. So there will be say 180 speakers this way, and 180 speakers this way, and 180 speakers this way, but that might be a lot of speakers. So we can set up the speaker such a way so we can get most part of the sphere, so the whole sound level. And the noise from the one I experienced from the winter, wood noise like tick, crack, tick, and it generates from all over the sound of like a small bedroom, like say for 15-16 feet bedroom, medium size. And that worked for me, and I hope this machine works for others too. Oh, nothing else. Enjoy your weekend.